everyone, and welcome back to episode 7 here on Living the IE, California's Inland Vibe. I'm your host, Stephanie, and I am, as always, so happy you're here joining me, whether you're listening here on KMET 1490, 98.1 FM, ABC News Radio, or watching on YouTube, tuning in on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeart, and all the other platform options you got going on. Thank you again for making me a part of your day. It means so much, and you're amazing. Every week, I like to bring the people, places, and businesses along with their stories that make the Inland Empire such an incredible place to live, work, and explore. Today's show is one that is going to leave you smiling. You know, one of the things I love the most about this show is that you've been on this journey with me the entire time. You've celebrated the highs, encouraged me through challenges, listened while I talked about school, interviews, taking tests, and wondering what was going to come next. Well, I finally get to say I am officially settling into my new career, which is not speaking, thank God. This was my first full week as an intensive behavioral interventionist with the school district, and honestly, I couldn't be happier. I was so nervous starting this new career because who likes change? I am the worst person when it comes to change, and it has just been such a blessing. Right now, there are just 5 of us on the team. More are getting added as we build it because it is from the ground up that we are building it. So that's always awesome to really set that pathway and figure out what works and doesn't for our kiddos. I'm just so excited. It's going to have such a positive impact on students and families. Every day we're learning so much and something new. We're meeting new people. Stepping into that role feels like it's exactly where I'm supposed to be. And it's just funny how life works out sometimes like that. When we get impatient, waiting for that next chapter, and then suddenly you're living it, it's just one of those incredible moments that I am so forever grateful for. And it's just really cool. I love all the people I work with, and our trainings are amazing. It's just going so much better than I thought, which is always good, right? I want to go into a huge thank you to our sponsors before my guest joins us. Sacred Heart Makers Guild, where creativity, community, and handcrafted talent come together in such a special way. And of course, our friends at Harupa Mountains Discovery Center, one of my favorite family destinations here in the Inland Empire. Whether you're exploring dinosaur exhibits, mining for gems, hiking the trail, or learning something new, it is such a fun place to spend your day with your family. And speaking of Harupa Mountains Discovery Center, I've got some exciting info on an event coming up, which I kind of teased a few episodes back. They finally launched out their flyer and setting out the details. It's Eddie's birthday bash on August 22nd. I'll post the flyer up. It's from 3 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Free cupcakes, which is awesome. Free cupcakes. I'm there for the cupcakes, right? A sunset hike to Eddie at 7:30 to watch that sunset. It's going to be so beautiful. It is a $5 charge for the wristband, but that gets you the hike up to Eddie, bounce houses, games, and crafts. So be sure to mark your calendars and save that date. It's going to be such a blast, and I hope to see many of you out there. And someone please carry me up to Eddie because I don't know if I'll make it. It'll be fun, though. I can't wait. Transitioning over to today's guest, it's actually been something that I've been thinking about a lot lately. I've been talking about the mental health, diving into that kind of stuff, the positive outcomes. So today really ties in perfectly, as I've kind of realized that confidence isn't something that just magically appears one morning. It's something that we have to build. And it's built every time that we choose to keep going, even when we really don't want to. Every time you decide to not quit when it gets hard, and every time you bet on yourself when nobody else knows what you're becoming. Whether it's starting a new career, writing a book, starting a business, or simply deciding to believe you're worthy of more. Confidence grows one step at a time, and sometimes the biggest transformation doesn't happen on the outside first. It begins from within. I think that's something that we all need to remember. Be kind to yourself. Celebrate those small wins and those small progresses that we try so hard to get to. And don't be afraid to become the person you've been working so hard to be. And that brings us perfectly to today's guest. Our guest has spent years helping people care for their skin, a licensed esthetician, But she realized that healthy skin isn't the only part of the story. The real confidence begins much deeper than that. She has now taken that passion and poured it into a beautiful children's book that encourages young readers, and honestly adults too, to love themselves from the inside out. Joining us today is Tamara Smith, the author of Loving My Skin Deep from Within. Tamara describes this book as being for the little reader or for the grown woman who still carries that little girl inside of her, just like me. As a retired licensed esthetician, she wanted to create something that brings confidence, joy, excitement, and fun into children's skincare journey while reminding every reader that true beauty starts from within. Tamara, thank you again and welcome to Live in the IE. I'm so excited to have you here with us today.
Yes, I'm so happy to be here. I really am.
So let's get into your story of what created the story that you are the proud author of.
Well, you know what? So many girls nowadays and back in the day were bullied. They were bullied, they were talked about, they were gossiped about. Still today, they're being gossiped about with other women or other children or being mistreated. And as being an educator, I'm an educator and a teacher as well, but I retired. Yay, I retired. So it was my calling to write this book. You know, as I go through the stores like Sephora, Ulta, and things like that, these girls are literally 5 years old worrying about like their appearance and how they look and what they're going to wear to kindergarten. And their nails are painted and they're getting pedicures. Babies are even getting French manicures and French toenails. So I thought that this book is appropriate and would be appropriate in this time for little girls to just sit back and enjoy themselves, to read about their skin and confidence, to know that they are loved in each and every form, right? And not only that, to just treat one another with kindness, no matter what your skin looks like.
I love that. And like you totally hit like the nail on the head. I too am an educator and work for the local school district, and I work at the elementary level. So I'll see little girls come in like second grade, third grade. And I don't have a daughter. I have 4 boys. So I get the like, let's paint each other's toes and nails and stuff like that. But these girls come in with acrylics on. They have eyeshadow on. They're wearing just as much makeup as I do. But it's just, they shouldn't have any on. It's so like, I don't know. So I love your story. I love it so much.
But they're actually ruining their childhood experience.
When
I was a kid, I was playing with Barbies till I was like 10. You know what I mean? And just going and trying to make sure Ken is okay with Barbie and all that kind of stuff. And it's just like nowadays, you know, they're like in Ulta and they're bumping into me and like, I'm going to get this face mask. I'm like, you're only 4. You're ruining your skin. Yeah, for real.
But then it's sad too because they think like, I feel like sometimes how products are labeled, they think like it's good for you, but really like, I don't know, like you said too, like let them be youthful. These kids these days don't have like a childhood anymore. I feel like they go to kindergarten and they promote and now they're acting as an adult as a child. It's honestly, it's really heartbreaking.
It's really heartbreaking in the way that social media plays into these children and it just ruins them. It really does. I see little girls with their mom putting on makeup tutorials and skincare tutorials and using like the steam on the skin. And it's like, you do that when you're older to start to define aging, not when you're younger, you're pure, right?
Right. So how do you think, let's go into that question. How do you think social media has changed how children view themselves today?
Well, with all the online bullying and all the, as you know, as an educator, they will come to school and not talk, but then on social media, a whole nother campaign is going on. And so you have to make sure as a parent that you are watching what your kid is reading and what they are listening to, because This social media nowadays, I feel sorry for these kids because the young girls, their confidence level is like, it's not even efficient.
It's funny that you mentioned that because I actually opened my show talking about confidence and how you just don't wake up with it, but you also don't slap it all over your face either. So,
Right, right. You don't. And you know
yeah,
what's so crazy at the end of the day? It's like, you have these girls who have this campaign all around skincare and what they're going to
yeah,
buy and these brands and these labels and all this kind of stuff. It needs to stop.
it does. So let's
Hmm.
go into your book. What does your book tell our young readers and even our adult readers? Because I'm sure a lot of them can use that too.
Yes, it's about confidence. It's totally about confidence, loving the skin that you're in. It's about loving yourself with joy and grace. It's a good read to build confidence in little girls. I'm a confidence woman. I'm a confidence woman. I've been like that for a long time.
I feel that. I love it.
I have been through a lot of stuff like everybody else, but you
Yeah.
can't stop there. You have to keep
No.
going, and then you have to make sure that your mindset and the goals that you are trying to keep, that you achieve them to build that confidence. You should be able to walk in any room as a woman and know that you own that room. That room is your room.
I love that. Have you ever thought about being a public speaker or a
I, I,
motivational
I
speaker?
used to be a public speaker,
Oh, were
but
you?
I was a public speaker, yes, for a long time, yes.
Well, it shows. I mean, you're great at it.
Thank
Of
you.
course. So, why is it important for you to teach skincare along with confidence? Like, how does that go hand in hand?
Well, how it goes hand in hand is that you're learning to cleanse your skin. You're
Hmm.
learning to put appropriate masks, not at 4 years old using an anti-aging mask, okay? I mean, it's like, what are you doing, girl? And at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you moisturize your skin and you hydrate it. All those things, when your skin starts looking good, people are going to say, oh my
Hmm.
God, your skin looks good. And that's a confidence builder.
Right.
Anytime a
Getting that
woman
little
is hitting,
glow.
right, not hitting below the belt. And you know what's so crazy? When you get that confidence, right? Everyone feels good when somebody is saying something good about them. When
Exactly.
when somebody's saying something negative, you're like, well, what the, it makes you feel low, right? You feel horrible. You
Yep.
want to go into a shell, but the confidence and the positivity, I'm for it all the way.
I love that. I
Thank
do.
you.
Okay, so let me ask you another question. As a retired licensed esthetician, what are a few simple skincare tips parents should know for younger children? So maybe we can give them some like outlets that doesn't require Sephora or Ulta or
Right.
MAC.
I say start off basic, right? Start
Hmm.
off with cleansing. Like you can use any type of mild cleanser for your kid, for your girl, right?
Hmm.
And guess what? After that, you can moisturize her skin, right? And then after that, they do have kid masks that are kid friendly. But if you want to go there, you can. But
Yeah.
the key to kid skin is water. Drink water. How many kids do you know want Cokes and Pepsi and all that? Drink water.
I got four living here that don't drink enough water.
Right. And the water does nothing but moisturize your skin from the inside out.
Water does miracles. I need to
It
drink more
does.
of it myself.
Yep.
Sorry to veer away from your book, but I just wanted to give some of those youngins that might be listening or parents that are listening some extra tips of what they can do.
Yeah.
Since we were talking about the other choices that they're making that we both don't agree with.
Yeah.
Let's go back. Let's go back to your book. So, what do you hope a child feels after reading this book and their parents?
I just know because I had such great response from the book. I just know that parents are going to be like, okay, this is great. This is a good book. So my daughter won't ask me, can I go get a facial? They're getting facials at 7 and 8. So I know that they're
That's
going to
crazy.
take away a positive message for the parent and for the kid alike.
Yeah. And I mean, just the way that you're speaking right now, I can tell that you have probably so much inspiration in this book. I need to get myself a copy so I can read it to all the youngins as the school year is starting. I can't wait to read it myself. What has been the most rewarding part of becoming an author?
Helping children read. As you know, you're a teacher. So many kids
Yes.
don't know how to read. And
So many. Yeah. Yeah.
and my purpose and plan for this book is to have them read.
I love that because they do really need help reading. They need help with that confidence boosting. Our youth needs so much right now, and it's mind boggling how I got where I am today without all these helps and assets and everything. But I love the fact that we're offering it. I love the fact that it's there because I think if we had social media growing up, we would have been bullied and all that stuff that our youth is seeing today. It's horrible.
Right, right. Yep,
It's
I
heartbreaking.
totally agree with everything that you're saying. It's super heartbreaking. And you know, these kids nowadays, I mean, we have to guide them, you know, especially I believe
We
the young
do.
girls, because I was teaching adults, and that was
Mhm.
a pure nightmare because, as you know, they know everything, you know,
They
and
do.
they're totally disrespectful. Not all of them,
Mhm.
but some of them were totally disrespectful. And I look back at that situation and I'm like, you didn't love yourself.
Aw.
You know,
And
you're
that's a great
gossiping.
spin around.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yep.
I wonder
They
how many
didn't.
people are actually like as educators, how many of us are thinking, what's your home like? Like, how are you feeling about yourself? What happened to you yesterday? Did you move? Are your parents divorcing?
Yep, totally. And
No.
I went back and put myself in their position and thought about a lot of it. And I'm like, you know what? These girls didn't love themselves because I already have mine. You're trying to get yours. You know what I mean? I have my
Yeah.
license. You're trying to get yours. And it's so crazy because when I look back on it, I feel so sorry for
Yeah. It is. It's hard.
them. Mm-hmm. It's very hard.
It is. And
It's
it's sad to
extremely.
see like how many of our youth get so impacted and decide to take their own lives or they're self-harming or they're just going down that dark tunnel and like if we could have only just picked up a book and gave them some
Right.
inspiration and confidence.
Right, right. But they won't. I mean, I don't know what they're
Yeah.
thinking of, but they won't. And it's a time to pick up your book, young little girls. Read about yourself. Love yourself. Give
See, so
yourself
what I'm
a
hearing
hug.
too is you're going to need to write another book geared more for our middle school and high schoolers so when I go do those visits I have that book to read to them.
Yes, yes. I plan to. I plan to do a series of books.
I can't
Yes, I
wait.
plan to.
I can't wait, and I really do. I need to get a copy, so I can bring it out when I go to school science because what I deal with our mental health population and all that. So it would be a
Yeah,
great tool for me to have along with my toolkit.
yeah.
So that being said, where can we find your book? How do we purchase it? Give us all that great detail.
You can actually, after Saturday, you can find it at the Eastvale Library.
Mhm.
I did a library event for them, and they're carrying my book. They loved it. You can also go to my Instagram. It's Loving My Skin Deep from Within. Or and you know what? In my Instagram, you can link in my bio, and it has my website for my book. So all you have to do is go there. But my website is really long. Okay, I didn't want nobody to steal my book. It's Loving My Skin Deep from Within by Tamara Smith.
I love it. And I'll be sure I'll share it and I'll post it and we'll get you out there. Like I said, I'm gonna get a copy myself. Maybe I can find you somewhere and get you to sign it. And then not only purchasing it online, it'll be out Eastvale. Are you gonna maybe put it on like Amazon or anything anytime soon?
Well, you know what? I don't want to cheapen my brand by Amazon. Everybody thinks, oh, put it
No.
on Amazon. No, honey, no, 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 no. Don't you put that on Amazon as a self publisher. You can go out there and you can make your dreams come true. I do it every day. I'm my own publicist. I can find things that my book can go further than Amazon.
It can. And I love that inspiration and powerful message you just had right there.
Yeah.
See, you're giving all my listeners all your confidence.
I love it. I love it. Yes, ladies,
I,
have that confidence. Let nobody steal your joy. Nobody.
yeah.
Let no one steal your joy. You got this.
I need to have you in my little back pocket. I love you. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing your story with us and where we can find your book and just a great conversation with you. You are a beautiful soul and so amazing.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Bye. Take care. Tamara, again, thank you so much for spending the time with us today. I absolutely love that message behind loving my skin deep from within. In a world where we are constantly comparing ourselves to everyone else, your book is such a beautiful reminder that confidence, kindness, and self-love begins from within. I think it's a wonderful resource, not only for children, but for parents, grandparents, teachers, and really anyone who has ever needed a reminder that they are enough just as they are, which I'm pretty sure at some point everyone listening or viewing has had that moment or that thought. Thank you for sharing your heart, your story, and your passion with all of us today. And we hope you'll come back and visit us again soon as your journey continues, because I know it's going to. You are just so incredible. And I can't wait for those other books to come out. You had mentioned there's going to be a series, and I am so excited. Before we wrap up today's show, I just want to leave you on one final thought. This week has reminded me that dreams really do come true when you just keep on showing up, even on the days when it feels like nothing is happening. A few months ago, I was studying, interviewing, taking exams, wondered if I'd ever get the opportunity that I was working so hard for. And now here I am, wrapping up my first full week in my new career that I truly love and wrapping up my 7th episode of my own show, which I never thought I would do again. It's just a reminder that sometimes the waiting season is actually the preparation season. So whatever dream you are chasing and whatever goal you are working towards, don't give up, keep learning, keep growing, and keep believing in yourself, because your next chapter may be closer than you think. Well, friends, that is going to do it for another episode here on Living the IE, California's Inland Vibe. I hope today's conversation reminded you that taking care of yourself isn't just about how you look. It's about how you feel on the inside, how you speak to yourself, and how you choose to show up every single day, even on those hard ones. As always, shouting out to our incredible sponsors, Sacred Heart Makers Guild and Harupa Mountains Discovery Center, for helping us continue to highlight the amazing people and our authors, the places that make the Inland Empire such a special community. And if you missed any part of today's episode, Dad, don't worry. You can catch it on replay on YouTube, Spotify, iHeart, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you enjoy your favorite podcast. And while you're there on YouTube, if you'd hit that follow and subscribe button, leave a review and share the show with a friend. Every like, every share, and every review helps us continue to grow this amazing community and introducing you to even more incredible guests. And don't forget to follow us on social media at Live in the IE Show to see behind the scenes moments, upcoming guests, local events, and everything happening around here in the Inland Empire. Until next Friday, I'm Stephanie, reminding you that sometimes the best adventures aren't the ones that take you far away. They are the ones waiting right here in your own backyard. Get out there, support local, make memories, be kind, believe in yourself, and as always, keep living the IE. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone. Be safe. Bye. You still there? Good. This part is just for you. So I wanted to try something a little different. Every week on Living the IE, we share amazing stories, incredible people, and all the wonderful things happening around our community. but I think we can do something even more meaningful together. A lot of you know the pieces of my story. What you may not know is there was some seasons in my life where I was really struggling after my divorce. I was trying to be strong, trying to hold everything together, trying to take care of my boys, and truthfully, I didn't know how to ask for help. Sometimes I think people who need the most help are the ones who are the least likely to ask for it. I know I was. Looking back, I don't think I needed someone to rescue me. I just needed someone to notice, someone to show up, someone to remind me that I wasn't carrying everything alone. So I would like to start something here on Living the IE, see how it goes. If you know someone in the Inland Empire who is having a hard time, maybe it's a single mom getting ready for the school year, maybe a dad who's fallen on hard times, maybe a teacher buying supplies out of their own pocket, maybe a senior living alone, maybe it's someone who's always helping everyone else but never asks for anything themselves. So many possibilities. Send me their story, not because they're looking for attention, but because sometimes kindness shows up for people who don't know how to ask for it. As this community grows, and with the help of our incredible sponsors, local businesses, and listeners just like you, I want us to surprise people. Maybe it's a backpack filled with school supplies. Maybe it's a dad's day out, a family day out. Maybe it's groceries. Maybe it's a gift basket. Maybe it's just letting someone know that the community sees them. I've learned the smallest act of kindness can completely change someone's week, maybe even sometimes their life. So if you know someone who's deserving that little extra love or just needs that support, send me a message. Tell me their story. Let's remind people that no one should have to go through life's hardest moments feeling invisible. Thank you for sticking around for the after credit. I guess we're going to call this the IE Lift. I have a feeling this might become probably, if not my most favorite part of the show. It's helping others really get through some hard stuff, and being that support is just a beautiful thing and what my heart thrives on. That being said, be kind to somebody. You never know what they're carrying, and thank you for tuning in.